Hey, great morning, great afternoon. This is Wesley Virgin here. Welcome to another Sunday mindset message here, folks, where I go live every Sunday for my members, for my students of Overnight Millionaire University here, to basically share what needs to happen this week, okay? And listen, can we start and begin the message today or this morning with all praises to the Most High? God is the greatest, because, I have to say those words because just phenomenal things are happening in my life, in my business, like every day anyway. It's always happening, but just more extraordinary things are happening. And there's always an opportunity to take a step back and just state those powerful words, all praises to the Most High, God is the greatest. Can I get every one of you that is listening to my voice to type those words below if you believe that? All praises to the Most High, God is the greatest, okay? And also, if you don't mind, I want you to do something crazy. I also want you to type something amazing is about to happen this week. Okay, we're going to add more specificity on that. We're going to say something amazing is about to happen in your life this week. Can I get you to type those words below? I learned this years ago, maybe decades ago, that the best way to start the week is to create it in advance. And that's what we're doing here on Sunday. And despite the responsibilities of next week or this upcoming week, I get it. It's the new year. We're already, 4 or 5 days in. It's like the year is already on roller skates right now. I want us to take a second and pause and just begin to be grateful and to begin to expect that something amazing is about to happen and take place in your life this week. Okay? Listen, the topic for this Sunday is this. And if I can get you to write this down, please take notes. If you don't know who I am, my name is Wesley Virgin. I'm a self-made millionaire from Houston, Texas. I own the largest manifestation university on the internet right now, where I teach people how to manifest their dreams science-based, okay? And I explain it at a level that every single one of you can understand. It's called overnightmillionaireuniversity.com. Now listen, write this down. This is the topic here. Most people, okay, don't need a new year. They need to stop carrying last year into it. Okay? Can I ask all of you to write that down, please? Most people, it's 2026. Happy New Year, by the way. But and sometimes you say, I just need a new year, right? I just need I need a restart. Most people don't need a new year. You don't need a reset. You don't need a restart. Okay? You need to stop carrying last year into it. Okay, go ahead and write that down, please. Listen, I'm a traveler. I'm a world traveler, and at one point, like this year, I'll be traveling quite a bit. I'm probably going to travel to about 6 to 7 destinations this year. And when I was traveling quite a bit a couple of years ago, especially when I made my first million, right, I just started going everywhere. When I would go to the airport, I always had this one suitcase, okay? It was a Toomey suitcase. And I think I purchased it because President Obama purchased it years ago. And I think I saw it on social media. I said, okay, well, let me buy one as well. Let me be like the president. And I got myself a Toomey, and I'm going to the airport. And, when you start traveling over and over again, like I was traveling every month, 1 week, 2 weeks at a time, every single month. I did that for about 2 years. That's why I've been to over 30 something countries. And I was either traveling by myself, I was traveling with my children, but I was always traveling internationally. And I always had this one suitcase. And I got to the point that I would get home, I would throw my suitcase on the ground, thank God for my housekeeper. She would unpack my stuff sometimes, but I got to the point that certain items were left in the suitcase. So when it was time for me to travel again, I had some items still left in the suitcase. So all I would do, I would just stack things on top of those items, right? Can anybody relate? Because I was a world traveler. That was my dream, to travel the world and go to different places, because I've never been anywhere in my childhood. But I want you to imagine this. Imagine going to the airport. This just happened to me. I think I was going to Brazil. My second trip out there. It was a 15-hour flight, straight flight, United Airlines. And imagine going to the airport, okay, with a suitcase that's already overweight, okay? It's stuffed with clothes I don't wear anymore from the last trip. And I like to have a ton of shoes. I'm the type of guy that when I travel, I have about 20 shoes, 20 pairs of shoes for every night, even though I wear about 3 of them. But I just want to have the shoes in case. Can anybody relate? I need to have shoes just in case, in outfits just in case, right? Come with the word just in case. And, I had so much stuff in it. It was stuff meant that I should have thrown away from the last trip. And I would get upset because it was on the scale and they said, sir, it's overweight. Then I had to open it up and I had to search for things, in the luggage. And then I was like, oh, forget it. And I paid the extra charge and I get pissed and I say, oh my God, why do I got to pay all this money for this suitcase? It's only 2 pounds, 1 pound overweight. But the problem wasn't the destination. Okay? The problem wasn't the airline. It's what you refuse to unpack. It's what I refuse to unpack. And listen, let me bring this full circle. You don't walk into a new year empty-handed. Most of you're walking into the new year carrying old disappointments, old self-talk, old identities, old habits that already proved that don't work. And then you call it bad luck. Then January feels heavy. Hello? Some of you are in the new year. It's already new year. And unknowingly to you, you're carrying the same disappointments, the same bills, the same self-beliefs, and the same self-talk, and the same negative thoughts, and the same limiting blocks. Okay? Listen, write this down. 2026 isn't heavy. Your baggage is. Hello? Can I get an amen to that? 2026 isn't heavy. Your baggage is. Which means there are certain things that you must leave behind. Okay? Most people think change comes from adding things in their life. Like you, big head. More motivation. Some of you like, okay, more goals for this year. Let me add on more goals, even though I haven't achieved last year's goals, but let me add more. Okay? You're trying to be more disciplined, but the real change starts with removal. Okay? The real change starts with removal, not adding more stuff. Are you with me here? I want you to ponder on these questions here. What belief am I still packing that already failed me? What identity am I still protecting that's costing me results? And what story about myself am I tired of paying extra for? You don't need a new vision. You need to travel lighter. You don't need a new destination. You need to travel lighter. Okay? The destination is still the same from last year. Some of you are switching and changing. Oh, let me change this. Let me change my wife. Let me change my husband. Let me change my job. Let me change my opportunity. Let me change my business. Let me change everything. That's the destination. Is not the issue. The issue is you need to travel lighter. You need to unpack some things. Your luggage is too heavy. Because you have the baggage of the past still in the suitcase. Amen? Does that make sense? Okay. Listen, to recap. When you travel, the suitcase decides the trip. Not the destination, not the ticket, not the hotel. You can say you're going somewhere new, but if your suitcase is packed with the same stuff, you'll live the same experience in a different location. Some of you are taking your same baggage to a new destination. And you're wondering why it's not working. Ooh, that was good. Let me say that again. You can't say you're going somewhere new, but if your suitcase is packed with the same stuff, you'll live the same exact experience, only in a different location. That's you. Always looking for something new. Always looking externally, like you're looking outside of yourself. What do I need to change outside of me? Still carrying that same baggage of negativity, that baggage of, that bad attitude, same baggage of not portraying any type of emotional intelligence, the same baggage of resentment and jealousy and addictions and bad habits and vices. Okay? Most of you say you want peace, you want money, you want freedom, and you want confidence, right? But your suitcase, listen to me, but your suitcase is packed with old reactions, old emotional habits, old self-talk, and old expectations of disappointment. Listen, your manifestations are not blocked. It's fully cooperating with what you brought with you. You don't manifest from intention. You manifest from inventory. It's time to upgrade the luggage in your suitcase. That's it. It's time to remove some of those old clothes, that toothbrush that you've been packing over, buy a new toothbrush. Okay? That same lotion bottle, that same deodorant bottle that you know that you're trying to get the last swipe, buy a new stick of deodorant. Buy some new lotion. Stop banging the bottom of that lotion thinking that you're going to get that last drop. Buy a new one. Stop wearing those old clothes and those old underwear with holes in them and that underwear that got them stains on your drawers. Throw them away. because you're getting ready to construct a new life. Okay? Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? So listen to me. This week isn't about setting more goals. Hello? It's about awareness. We don't need to set more goals. Stop. New dreams and new desires. No. I need you to be aware of what's happening in this moment. What do you have packed? What are you dealing with that you have not let go? What friends do you need to remove? What family do you need to remove? What employees in your business do you need to fire? What habits that you need to stop? What vices that you need to end right now? Okay? This is about awareness. This is not about setting new goals. You've already tried that, big head. How many years have you set goals? Some of you, I get it. Some of you hit a few of the goals. But we don't need to set more goals. We need to be aware of what's happening right now in this moment. When you become aware, then you can ask yourself, does this, what I'm currently doing, does it align with the spectacular, exceptional person that I want to be? Life is about questions. Ask yourself right now, what am I doing to completely ruin my life? I was on social media the other day. This young lady that's on TikTok, she got real famous because she was doing this NPC stuff where they just, I don't know, they act weird, I don't know, on the social media, and they get paid for it, right? You know, it's a new area. You act weird, you act crazy on social media, you may get some money. So this woman, that's how she blew up. And then the other day I watched the video, popped up, and it says that, and she was crying on social media, and she was like, I'm now dealing with kidney failure. Both of her kidneys are shutting down. This woman is not even 35 yet. And she says, it's because of my lifestyle, the drinking, the drugs. She said she got lost in all that debauchery, having fun, enjoying life, drinking and smoking and just doing whatever she wants to do because she felt well, she's still young, so she can do all the things that you shouldn't do, but she did it anyway. And now she's crying, and she said that she would give it all away to be healthy. She'd give it all the way to be healthy. Listen, it doesn't matter how much money you make or how much money you don't make. What's important is those day-to-day habits. It's those day-to-day thoughts. It's those day-to-day disciplines. See, now when I pack my luggage a little bit better now, you know. Thank God I have a housekeeper to do it for me. And now I have a woman too. She does it for me as well. See, what we do now, we're very selective of what I pack when I go on my trips. You know, my woman, she selects my clothes weeks before. She orders them, and we have the clothes there, and then we pack them. We take our time. We ensure that everything is new, everything is clean, everything is folded. Every shoe has a shoe cover, and then we put it in the luggage. And when the trip is done, everything is placed back accordingly. So the suitcase is now empty again. All I want you to do this week is to be aware of the words that come out of your mouth. Be aware of the attitude that you're portraying. Be aware of your facial expressions. Be aware when you talk to your manager, you talk to your boss, you talk to your coworker. Be aware of your attitude. Be aware of your disciplines. Be aware of the things that you know you're supposed to do, but you're not doing it. I just want you to be aware. Be aware when you take that drink. Be aware when you take that drug. Be aware when you smoke up that cigarette, that that weed, whatever you guys, listen, just be aware, understanding everything that you do is either adding to you or it's removing or it's deleting, taking away from you. It's either adding to your life or deleting. Okay? Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? That's how it works. Everything that you do this week is either adding or subtracting to your life. Let's just think about it. Let's just go surface level. Oh, let's go deeper. Listen, I mean, if you're drinking every day a few times a week, it doesn't matter when you're drinking, how often you drink, you are subtracting years off of your life. If you have a bad attitude every once in a while, well, you're subtracting from the quality of life that you deserve to have. Does that make sense? Whenever you use words such as, oh, this is not working, I don't know why my life is like this, people are scamming me, people are doing this to me, people, this person, this is not fair. What I want you to understand, I get it, it may be legitimate to you, but you are subtracting from the quality of life that you deserve to live. Just want you to understand that. I just want you to be aware of that. Like complaining and bitching does not, I don't care what it's about. It can be a legitimate bitch and a legitimate complaint. But what I want you to understand, it affects your quality of living. It's cancerous because it's negative. When you begin to be more aware, that's called metacognition. It is the ability to actually observe your thoughts while you're thinking about them. When you can observe your own thoughts and how you feel before you actually speak, and it's a moment where you have an opportunity to change it. You can say, you know what, today is a challenging day, but I'm going to get through it. And I'm going to get through it in a way and everything's going to work out perfectly. Yeah, I'm not feeling my best right now, but you know what? In the next minute, I'm going to feel better than before. Yeah, right now, I just don't feel motivated to go to the gym, but in the next hour, I'm going to have more motivation than ever before. I'm going to go to the gym, kick my ass, and I'm going to work out, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure this body looks delicious. Can I get an amen, please? Hello? Got a question here. What if you're not complaining, but just don't have the funds right now to do it? So let me answer that question here. Even that statement right there is a complaint. What if I'm not complaining, but I don't have the funds? Get the funds! If your parents were dying, if your mama, your daddy was dying, and they needed $10,000 and you were close to your parents, or even your child was going to pass away, and you need to get $10,000 in 72 hours, what are you going to do? Are you going to say, oh, I don't have the money? Well, I'm not complaining about it, but I just don't have the money. I guess they're going to die. Any mother that is on this line right now says, I will find a way. Period. She's not going to even think or even consider not saving her child. Your dog. If your dog is hurt, if your dog is hit with cancer, if your dog needs a surgery, needs $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, how many of you dog lovers are going to find a way? You're not going to jump on the rant or the live with me. Hey, Wesley, what should I do? I don't know. My dog is about to die and I don't have any money to do it. Listen, you're not going to even spend time on the rant. You're going to be out there knocking on doors, calling people, trying to find loans to save your dog. Amen. Hello. You're not going to be concerned with me. You're not going to think about, Wesley, I don't have any money. What do I do? I'm not complaining, but I don't have the money. You don't have time to do that. You don't have time to talk to nor listen to me. You're going to be out there pursuing and trying to find the money and the necessary resource to be resourceful to make the problem go away. Does that answer your question, young man? So when I hear you beautiful people tell me that, I don't have the money, Wes. Well, Wesley, I'm positive, Wes. I got rid of everybody, Wes. I'm confident, Wes. I'm reading the books, Wes. But I just don't have money, Wes. It's bullshit. You're just not willing to find the money because you don't have enough pressure. AKA, you don't have enough pain. I'm sure you heard the story of the dog, right? Let me tell you about the story about the dog. A boy was walking down the street every day, going to school. And on one particular street, there were dogs on every porch. But it was one particular porch and one particular dog that was howling. One dog howling. There was a man in the chair rocking back and forth. Man was about 82 years old. And his dog was just howling. Ow! Ow! And he understand why that dog was howling and crying like that. But he kept going. The boy went to school. The next day, walked down the same street. His dog's on a few porches. He get to the particular porch again where the dog is still crying and howling. Ow! Ow! Crying. And he's like, why is that dog crying every single day? My God. But he went on his way. Little boy went to school. The next day, he walks down the same street. And same porch, same old man, same dog. And the dog is howling and crying again. Ow! Ow! Just crying. So the little boy said, oh, my God, I got to see what's going on. He went to the gate, opened the gate. He went up the steps to the porch, looked at the old man, said, hey, old man, I've been walking down this street to school every morning. And you and your dog is the only dog that's just howling and crying. No other dog is crying. But yours is just screaming. Why? What's wrong with your dog? And the old man looked at him. And he said, oh, that's easy. My dog, he just not hurting. I mean, he's sitting on a nail. He said, what? Yeah. He's sitting on a nail. And the little boy was like, well, why won't the dog just get off the nail then? So he can stop crying. And then the old man came close to the little boy's face. And he says, he's not hurting bad enough. When he's hurting, when the pain gets to the point that he can't take it anymore, he'll get up. And that's what's happening to you. For all of you that's complaining and crying and whining and bitching and crying. And you've been crying for years. Some of you have been whining and crying and bitching for years, man. And you're just not hurting bad enough. But once the pain gets so intense, listen to me. Because life has a way to give us pain. Once the pain gets too intense, just like it did to that social media girl. Her kidneys shut down. She couldn't walk. She was sick, throwing up. She passed out in front of her kid. Like, once the pain is so intense that you can't take it anymore, you'll get up. And you'll get right. But remember, you're either just going to get up off the nail right now, or life will provoke you. It's going to compel you to get up. But it's your choice. Because life is still going to be lifing, right? Life is going to do its thing. You know, bills ain't stopping. You got commitments, responsibilities, stress. I mean, that's just, it is. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Okay? But until you decide to get off the nail and just say, you know what? He's right. I got to stop saying things such as, I'm not motivated. I can't stop this addiction. I can't stop smoking. I can't stop chasing women. I can't do this. I can't. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. Yeah. You're like that dog crying. I don't have the money. When. I don't have any opportunity. When. I don't have nobody to help me. When. I'm in this alone. When. You're the dog. You're the dog howling and screaming. Sitting on that nail. Just get up. And just take responsibility. Just say, you know what? I got to find a way. Just got to be resourceful. I got to find a way. Maybe I don't know what the way is, but shit, I just got to find the way. And listen, let me tell you something. There is a way when you're looking for it. But you can't find the way if you're bitching and crying about it. The way doesn't exist. Like when you crying, when you just playing that victim mentality, the way doesn't even exist. I tell my teammates all the time that you can cry about anything. You can cry about leads. You can cry about people. You can cry about whatever, your money. And I don't even care. Listen, you can cry all you want, but crying doesn't resolve anything. Okay? Any more questions for me here? If you got value, comment the word value below, please. Any questions for me? If you got value, comment the word value below here. Okay, I have a question here. I mean, you are making plenty sense, but just hear me out. You borrow from all your family members and the bank, but now you are in debt to them. We can't make the payments. Then what? Of course, you think I haven't been there? I didn't borrow money from family because they didn't have any money. I've borrowed money from credit cards. I've borrowed money from the bank. I've did it all. And you may say, well, how did you find a way? Because I was looking for it. Let me see. Who is this? What's your name? Stacy. What I want you to understand is what you're experiencing is not uncommon as it relates to very successful people. Successful people who are now successful, what you're going through, we have all experienced that. Borrowing the money. What they call it? Borrowing the money from Peter and paying Paul or whatever. Like we had to be creative. We had to think. Stacy, you got to think. Okay, great. You owe a lot of people. You can't pay. Well, if you can't pay, you can't pay. They can't put you in jail. Your credit score may go down, but it's okay. I had a 400 credit score, folks, at 30 years old. I had a charge off on an American Express card for $60,000. And I'm investing in myself. I'm not buying bullshit. Like, I'm not buying purses and for women, buying rims and cars and jewelry. No, I'm actually investing in myself. I had to file bankruptcy. But Stacy, there's still a way. That's what makes successful people a part of the 1%. Why do you think the 1%? I talked about this last night. 1% of people have $500,000 liquid. 1% have 500,000. We're not even talking about $1 million. Only 1% of people have $500,000 cash in the world. So what you're going through is normal. You got to think deeply. You got to say, okay, all right, I owe all this money. What can I do to make some money? What can I create to pull myself out of this situation? What can I sell? What skill can I learn? I would suggest this. Don't concern yourself with the debt. Don't concern yourself with it. If you need to lose some stuff, let them take it. They took my cars. I didn't care. Take them. Take them. Your mind cannot continue to think about the debt because that's good debt. That debt was meant for you to succeed, but you haven't succeeded yet. Okay, great. So what can you do now in this moment? Not thinking about the debt, thinking about how can you bring in income? What skill can you develop within yourself to pay that stuff off? Because listen, my plan was, let me tell you, my plan was when I was broke, and I'm talking about broke. I didn't concern myself with debt. I wasn't thinking about, oh, I owe all this money. I mean, I owe it. Okay. I mean, it's nothing I can do. Collectors and collection people call. I didn't care. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb 10 years ago. I mean, no one can call me. So no one can call me. I didn't have to hear people say, hey, Wesley, is that you? Yeah. Hey, man, when you going to pay that loan? Like, yeah, I didn't get any calls because my phone was on Do Not Disturb. I was focused. I was working towards to create new skill to make more money. Stacy, well, that's what you need to do. I suggest you go in deep meditation. Meditate every day. Creating the life that you want to have. Having faith and trusting that it will be revealed to you. If you are thinking about your debt, thinking about all the money you owe people, let me tell you something. If you owe all these people money, good. Now they're not going to talk to you because they don't like you. Good. Less distractions. You're going to have less friends now because you owe everybody. Great. Now it gives you the opportunity to be more focused. You don't have to text nobody. You don't need to call nobody. No one wants you at their house now, right? Of course not, because you owe them money and they're going to talk about it. So now you're with yourself, by yourself, in solitude to find the solution. And Stacy, let me tell you something. It exists. And I'm a young black boy from Houston, Texas. I grew up on the south side. We grew up broken and broke. I didn't know how broke we was. Now I understand how rich I am. Man, we were broken and broke. I mean, it is what it is. If I can do it, I don't have any formal education. I graduated high school, went to college for a year. I dropped out. I went to the military for a couple of years. I got kicked out. I went to jail for a few days. I went to jail again for a few days. Went to jail for a few days. And I did it. I want you to understand it is not uncommon for your back to be against the wall. Okay? Because people who are relentless find a way to be resourceful. And those same people tell the stories to other people when they hear, like, listen, I used to be exactly where you are, Stacey. I'm like, man, I tried everything. I owe everybody. I don't know what I'm going to do, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You know, when you tell a millionaire there or someone that's already successful, they say, okay, now what? Someone told me that one day. It blew my mind. Because I was like Stacy. I was like, well, you know, this is happening. This is happening. I got kids. I can't pay child support on time. And I think I got to go to court for child support. I don't have any money for this ticket. I got a ticket the other day and they got a warrant for my arrest. What am I going to do? What do you expect me to do? You know what that guy said? He said, all right, now what? What you going to do? Now what? Okay. So, now what? You know, it just blew my, I'm like, what? You know, because I'm thinking he's going to console me, right? And say, oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's okay, baby. Let me burp you. You want your bottle next? Let me give you your bottle so you can suck on it for a couple of minutes. But after you suck on that bottle, you still got to take care of that shit that you fucked up with. Excuse my language. Or just don't complain at all and just get it fixed every day. And believe in and have faith that you will. And I am an example of it because I did it. Okay. I'm worth $30 million. I don't have 30 million cash, but I'm worth it. I got a lot of property. Got a lot of Bitcoin. I got a lot of companies that I can sell if I wanted to. I got a lot of cars. I got $2 million worth of cars, all paid off. The money is there. If I liquidated it, but I'm not because I don't need it. But if I can do that, I know that you can pull yourself out of debt. Don't think about the debt. Stop thinking about debt. I think that's listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, I think the biggest lie the world, the media have shared with you is that debt is bad. Oh, don't get into debt. Because no one likes owing people because no one wants to feel trapped when someone says, hey, man, you owe me money. Give me my money. What? Man, I don't got it. Give me my money. People hate that interaction. That's why when it comes to debt, people don't want to owe people because people feel like shit when they're around them. Listen, I don't. If I owe people, I don't care. But I don't owe people, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't. But if you do, so what? I did before. But what? American Express, a Visa, or some student loan, what are they going to do to me? They can just call me. They're not my friend. Who cares? The point is, don't think about the debt. Who cares about the debt? You can't go to jail because you're in debt. Yeah, your credit score is going to go down. So what? So what? My credit score was 400 within 2 years and went to 700. Now my credit score is almost 800, and I don't even need a credit score because I'm a cash guy. I just don't even need it, but it's great to have. What I want you to understand is stop thinking so much about your debt. It doesn't matter. You can't go to jail. Just keep fighting for your dreams. Keep doing the work. Keep investing the money. Keep being creative. Keep talking to people. Keep reading. Keep reinventing yourself. Don't concern yourself about, oh, I got this debt. I owe him. Blah, 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 blah. So what? There are people who are in millions, hundreds of millions of debt, of dollars. They don't care. Okay. Any questions for me? Are you getting value here, ladies and gentlemen? Comment below. I'm getting value, Wes. Comment below. This is it, Wes. I get it. Listen, once you have that paradigm shift about debt, I think debt is the killer of dreams and the killer of motivation to accomplish those dreams. Debt is not bad. You can't go to jail. Listen, as long as you can't go to jail, you can't go to prison. So what? If you're in debt, so be it. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend getting in debt, but if you have to get in debt to get where you're trying to go, do it. I did. Okay? So what? I was in debt like $100,000 at one time. So what? I had to change my perception around it because I was around too many poor and average people, too much Pookie and Ray Ray. Like when you're around Pookie and Ray Ray, you know, it's like, oh, why you in debt? Oh, man, I owe all this money to my school. I got student loans. I got this debt. I got credit card debt. I got a mortgage I can't pay. I got this and that and that. I got credit card debt. I got 5 credit cards that I'm late on and blah, 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 blah. Because you're talking to Pookie and Ray Ray. You're talking to people just like yourself. That's why you think it's so terrible. And guess what? If you think listen, what you get is what you think about, right? So if you keep thinking about the debt and how horrible it is, when do you have time to be creative? When do you have time to put your mind in a state of bliss to be able to create something magical? Hello? You can't. Because you keep thinking about how low the bank account is. Oh, man, my bank account is so low right now. I don't have any money in the bank account. I need to get my bank account up. I need to make more money. Don't concern yourself with your low bank account. It's going to be in there. If it's there on Sunday, it's going to be low on Monday too. So what? Don't even concern yourself with that. Again, you can't go to jail for having a low bank account. If it's negative, so be it. Fix it. Focus and concern yourself on what needs to be done, even if you don't know what it is. Okay? Exactly, Aaron. When investing in yourself, don't be cheap, even if it puts you in debt. I agree. And let me tell you something, some successful people, they're not going to agree with their statement, They're going to say, oh, no, don't go into debt. Don't do that. Listen, you got to do whatever you got to do. People, family, years ago, they said, oh, Wesley, what are you doing? Go get your job back. You were making $200,000 a year, Wes. Go back to your job. Why are you participating in poverty when you don't have to? What are you doing? You're smart. Anybody got parents like that? You're smart. Just go back to your job. You were making good money. You got a kid. You got 2 kids. What are you doing? Just go back to your job. So imagine hearing that from your parents or from your family who genuinely love you. But they don't understand that the person that you used to be doesn't exist anymore. And I tell my parents, I say, listen, I understand where you're coming from. And I get it. But the old Wesley that you knew before, he doesn't exist anymore. The old Wesley that had the 8-to-5 job, that guy's dead. It's the new guy. Which means if I have to struggle financially, it's okay. If I have to sleep on the floor, it's okay. If I have to sleep in my car, it's okay. If I can't pay the bills on time, it's okay. If they repo my car, it's okay. But I'm not that guy anymore. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business person now. And maybe I don't have a business right now, and maybe the business is not bringing any money, but that's who my identity is now. That's just, I'm a business person. Okay? How many of you had to stop talking to your parents so much? Right? They affect you the most, because, it's just, they raise you, so they will always have like this thing over you. You always have this regression, this child regression when you talk to your parents and your dad, and it's like when you have a conversation with them, it's like you're a child again. Because you have glimpses. You have previews of your childhood when they're talking to you, right? But you forget you're a grown-ass person. You're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass woman now. You got kids. They got kids as well. Say, whoa. Hold on. No. I can't take your advice. And you definitely can't take advice from parents who are not where you want to be. Okay? And the fastest way, if you want your parents to respect you, if you want them to listen to you, get rich. Just gonna be honest with you. Get extremely financially successful. They will listen to you. They will. They will be like, okay, let me close my mouth. I'm not saying that. Before I used to say certain, I don't say those things anymore. Because my son, my daughter has the money. They take care of I keep my mouth closed. I love you, son. I love you, daughter. You're amazing. Yeah. Hey, any more questions for me, folks? If you got any value on this beautiful Sunday, let me know in the comments below here. If you got any value, comment below, please. Listen, I want the best for all of you. I will be back live again tonight. But I want you to begin to start unpacking your suitcase. Okay? It means that when I hit the end button, Okay? I want you to spend about 5 minutes and say, what do I need to remove from my life? Just right now, just think. And don't tell me what you can't remove. Don't tell me what you will. Don't say, well, this is hard. Just say, what do I need to remove? Whether that's drinking or smoking or bad attitude or negative language or limiting beliefs or your parents or your friends or your brother or your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, your side chick, whatever. Just think for a second, for about 5 minutes. What do I need to remove from my life? This year is the year of removal, the year of deletion. We're deleting things. We don't need to add anything more because you've added so much. Now your mind and your brain is cluttered. And a cluttered mind is a confused one. Okay? So I love all of you. Much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin. Yeah, let's go.